Have you found a business that you dream of owning? Hi, I'm Kelly Hutchins with Peak Business Valuation. And today I want to chat with you a little bit about things you should know before you draft an initial letter of intent. Things you should ask the seller of a business before you decide that you want to buy it. So one of the very first things that you should know is, why is the owner selling their business? This may be for retirement, maybe for other new opportunities that they're planning to pursue, or it could mean that maybe the business isn't headed in the direction they want and they're looking for a way out. Getting insight into this can really help you understand where the business is at currently and why the seller is looking to exit. Next, you want to know what's included in the transaction. What exactly are the assets and liabilities that the seller is including? Is it an asset purchase or a stock purchase? Next, you want to know how the seller arrived at their asking price. Did the seller actually go and get a business valuation to help determine that fair market value? A lot of times business owners have an idea in their mind of a number that they want to achieve when they exit their business. And sometimes the financials behind the business don't actually match what the seller or the broker is wanting to get from the deal. So figuring out really kind of how the seller arrived at their asking price. What outcomes is the seller looking for? Are they wanting to be a part of seller financing? Are they wanting a quick exit with really not a lot of transition period? There's a lot of things that a seller may be wanting in the transaction that you as a buyer should inquire about before drafting your initial letter of intent. It can give you a better idea of really if it's a good fit for you and what the seller is wanting out of it. You also want to know exactly what role the seller has played in the business. Have they been really active in the day-to-day operations, or has it been more of a side business? They have a management team in place. This can give you a good idea of what the business will look like when you step in and take ownership for the business. You also want to know kind of who the business's key customers, suppliers, and employees are. Initially, this can give you a good idea of the risk of if a potential employee will leave the company when you take over, as well as if there's suppliers or customers that the business heavily relies on to make money and to really service their end clients. And lastly, you want to know if the owner is considering seller financing. If so, how much? Getting a little bit of insight into what the seller is looking for as far as the terms and conditions of the transaction can help give you a better idea of what you're going to step into and what options you have as far as financing goes, because financing is a big part of the initial letter of intent, and often a seller may or may not want to include seller financing as part of the transaction. And lastly, you want to know if the seller will sign a non-compete agreement. You want to know kind of what the seller's plans are post-exiting, if they plan on going and starting a new company or they're joining a new opportunity in a similar field. You'll kind of want to get a little bit of feel for the business owner and what their plans are. So yeah, get to know the business owner. Get to know and ask them some of these questions. It can give you a better insight into whether or not the business is a good fit for you initially, before you even begin the letter of intent due diligence process. This can help you really weed through businesses when you're looking to buy a business. If you have questions about buying business, you can reach out to Peak at 435-359-2684, or you can visit our website at peakbusinessvaluation.com. We're always happy to help answer any questions you have about buying or selling a business, and look forward to chatting. Thanks.